In this module, we're going to discuss installing Gaia. By the end of this training, you'll be able to install the Gaia operating system. Gaia is the Checkpoint next-generation operating system for security applications. In Greek mythology, Gaia is the mother of all, representing closely integrated parts to form a single, efficient system. The Gaia operating system supports the full portfolio of Checkpoint software blades, gateway, and security management products. If you're working with an appliance, Gaia operating system is pre-installed. However, if you're working with an open server, you'll have the opportunity to install Gaia yourself. Here's what you'll need to run this demo yourself. Know what keyboard layout you have. Mine is US. The IP address you're going to configure to your host, the credentials you want to use, and the proper disk size of your disk. This is the topology that we'll use in this demo. I'm currently connected from the admin machine, and I'm going to install these two machines which will run Gaia. One box is going to be my quantum security gateway with the IP address of 10.1.1.4 and the quantum management running 10.1.1.1.1. Notice that my security gateway have two additional interfaces which I'll need to configure after the initial installation. In my demo, I'm going to use VMware Workstation to install an open server Gaia machine. I'm going to go ahead and boot from the disk. Here we go. Press OK. Here's the keyboard layout I've talked about. I'm going to stick with US. Here is the disk layout. Press OK. Set up the password. Next, I'm going to select the IP address. I only have one interface, so I'm just configuring the IP address for ETH0. In this case, it's going to be 10.1.1.1.1. My subnet mask is still going to be /24, so I'm staying with that. And I can also configure my default gateway. In my case, my default gateway is 10.1.1.4. And press OK. Well, I am sure, so I'm going to hit OK again. And now I'm going to wait for the installation to take place. While the installation of the management takes place, I'm going to go ahead and install Gaia on the gateway. So this is the gateway. I'm going to repeat the process. Keyboard layout is US. Disk size, I'm going to stay with 35. Set up my password. Now, in this stage, I can only configure one interface. If I would like to configure ETH1 or ETH2, I'll need to do that later. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and configure ETH0 as my management interface. So the IP address is going to be 10.1.1.4. There's no default gateway from this interface, so I'm going to leave it blank. Press OK. And I accept. And now I just need to wait. Okay, and we're done. So all I need to do is press enter or any other key, and it's going to reboot. Okay, so reboot is completed. Now I can log in. And before I move on, let me go ahead and continue with the configuration. So I'm going to start by configuring a hostname. Configure the rest of the interfaces. So ETH1. And ETH2. Next thing I need to do is to enable the interfaces. So I've enabled ETH1, and now I'm going to enable ETH2. I'm going to add the DNS settings as well. And actually, last thing I'm going to do is to add a static route. Save config, and I'm done. So I've just configured my gateway, I've installed Gaia operating system, I've configured the interfaces, I've configured routes, DNS. I'm good to go here. The last thing I need to do is to reboot the management, configure the host name, and make sure I'm ready for the next step. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.